a miracle fluid that comes out after you give birth. It happens in mammals, and humans produce it right after they give birth. But cows also do it, and bovine colostrum may be one of the most potent sources and factors for the immune system as we try to help our offspring and pass along a tremendous number of antibodies. So, bovine colostrum actually includes 86 growth factors and 96 or more immune factors and transferable antibodies. Obviously, if you're a baby and you can get it from your mom, the first milk, I call that liquid gold, then definitely it's the best to be able to get that from breastfed moms. But if you are still trying to help your gut and your immune system and you don't know how, um, immunoglobulins that come from colostrum and the growth factors that come from it actually help the gut and lean tissues to actually develop and mature better. So these immune factors and transferable antibodies are great to be able to help your gut. In order to fully understand how colostrum can benefit a person, we usually talk a lot about leaky gut. The lining of your wall is usually only one cell thickness, and I like to call it like the Great Wall of China. It's supposed to be really tight junction, and it's not supposed to have any holes because it's supposed to prevent the bacteria, the viruses, and the food from crossing that barrier. However, stress or toxins or inflammation can cause this lining to become damaged, more permeable, allowing these toxins or these enemy soldiers to come through the wall because now you have a hole in it. And so when this occurs, your body's immune system activates, and thus it starts to treat these materials that leak through as foreign invaders and it starts to attack them. Then your body starts making memory cells and antibodies to these things, and these antibodies go and attack your own immune cells, for example, your skin or your thyroid or your brain, and thus more inflammation results. So inflammation is very toxic, and colostrum is one kind of compound that can actually help reduce inflammation, but heal this leakiness in your gut and reduce the inflammatory response. So, colostrum has a compound called lactoferrin. This glycoprotein is a major component of the human immune system. It attacks and destroys many pathogens that are bad, like Salmonella, E. coli, Staph, Clostridia, Candida. And helping your body's supply of lactoferrin can help increase the power to destroy these bad pathogens. Lactoferrin not only destroys pathogens, it actually aids in the growth of probiotics. So, lactobacillus and bifidobacteria are two probiotics that are shown to increase growth in the presence of lactoferrin. So, lactoferrin is also great in fighting virus and bacteria. And studies of those who had multiple sclerosis actually showed positive response to the use of colostrum rich in immunoglobulin A, and they had actually very little side effects. Lactoferrin also is shown to restore humoral immune response. Lactoferrin also slows the production of proinflammatory cytokines like tumor necrosis factor alpha and interleukin 1 beta. These markers are just elevated in inflammatory states. So by inhibiting these pro-inflammatory cytokines, lactoferrin actually helps reduce inflammation in many autoimmune conditions. A second part of colostrum that is very beneficial is transfer factors. Transfer factors are messenger factors, microscopic molecules that help communicate information regarding immunity from organism to organism. This information helps the receiving organism to learn about immune threats, whether it's internal or external, and how to respond properly. And so transfer factors pass this information from immune cell to immune cell. They contain RNA and proteins, but not DNA. They are small and non-allergenic, and taken orally, they retain full potency. So one of the colostrum benefits of all mammals is the ability of newborns to take in these transfer factors and have passive immunity for any of the pathogens experienced by the mom. Bovine colostrum has been researched extensively and found to be a very safe and viable source of colostrum with transfer factors for human consumption. And this is very important as the presence of the glycoproteins and the protease inhibitors that work to protect the active factors in colostrum actually help human digestive system. Immunoglobulins are one of the transfer factors in a multitude of colostrum benefits, and they are one of the primary components of bovine colostrum. And especially bovine colostrum contains 38% IgG, which is immunoglobulin G. Um, but only human colostrum only contains 2% of this immunoglobulin. So this immunoglobulin effectiveness is actually proven against many microorganisms, especially those that have some resistance to antibiotics. Bovine colostrum also contains protease inhibitors to help prevent enzymes in the human digestive system from destroying these immunoglobulins. A third factor that colostrum has is actually growth factor. Growth factors help repair the damage sustained by inflammatory responses. For example, epithelial growth factor helps to repair skin, and transforming growth factor helps to reverse protein breakdown, and insulin-like growth factor helps to transport glucose, especially in people with insulin resistance. These growth factors are also important in controlling inflammation and in repairing damaged cells in the lining of the gut. So, um, there was a study that showed that the NSAIDs actually increased gut permeability. That's things like ibuprofen, aspirin. However, when colostrum was taken with NSAIDs, the mucosa is actually healthier and not as leaky. And that's because of the growth factors in the colostrum that has the ability to help heal the gut and reduce permeability. We talked about many of the factors in colostrum that are beneficial to health and to your gut, to your microbiome. So if you have any questions about it, definitely give us a call. We will be able to help you through any of your gut issues and any of the possibilities of using colostrum as a supplement.